Really So Stories by Elizabeth Gordon. Candlemas Day. Bob White's grandfather says that we're going to have 6 weeks more good hard winter, said the boy named Billy on one bright Candlemas Day, because it's been so sunshiny all day that the old groundhog couldn't help seeing his shadow when he came out. Well, I certainly hope he proves to be a false prophet this time, said Big Sister. I've had all the winter I want right now. Oh, sis, what do you mean you've had enough winter? Exclaimed the boy named Billy reproachfully. Winter's the jolliest time there is, with all the coasting and the tobogganing and skating. I'm hoping it will stay cold so we can have another carnival. Wasn't the last one a peach? Bob White's father said he had never seen better fancy skating or more exciting races. He told us to be a fancy skater, you have to have good balance, a sense of rhythm, and no little athletic ability. I'm going to practice so I can do stunts at the carnival next year. Say, somebody, is there anything to that groundhog story? Probably not, said somebody. Mr. and Mrs. Arctomus Monax, more familiarly known as Brother and Sister Woodchuck, are pretty wise little people and are more than likely sleeping the sleep of the just at this time of year. Yet I have heard of them being lured from their dens by unusually bright weather long before the vegetation upon which they feed had started, and that they paid for their foolishness with their lives, which is too bad because they are really nice little folk. Why do they hibernate? Asked the boy named Billy. They belong to the family who do such things, said somebody. They and the bears and some other animals find it more convenient to store up fats in their little round bodies in the summertime and to curl up and sleep through the winter months, when there is nothing to eat that they really like. Saves a lot of trouble. Where did that old yarn come from about them coming out on this day? Asked the boy named Billy. The myth is very likely of Indian origin, said somebody, but there is also an old Scottish rhyme to the effect that, if Candlemas Day be fine and clear, there'll be twa winters in the year. Do you know why the 2nd of February is called Candlemas Day? Asked the boy named Billy. It is another of those old made-over pagan festivals, said somebody. The early Romans always used to burn candles on that day to the goddess Februa, who was the mother of Mars, making a very beautiful and impressive occasion of it. Pope Sergius, after the way of those old priests, wished to do away with all the old pagan rites, but did not dare openly raise the question, so he gave orders for candles to be burned on that day to the Mother of Christ, hoping that in the new festival the old one would be lost sight of, which proved to be true. The occasion is still celebrated in some churches, and consecrated candles are supposed to be burned for protection from all evil influences for the balance of the year. But there are so many of those old saints' days that are so entirely forgotten, said Big Sister. I wonder why Candlemas is so universally remembered. I think our friends the woodchucks are responsible for that, said somebody with a smile. End of section 5.